Hi guys, welcome back. This is Erin from Paint Those Piggies. Today we have an Emmy cat. Like, were you like, what kind of tail is this? This is an Emmy cat. See? Oh, she just was like, please hold me. Today I have my New Year's Eve polish picks. Okay, this is not what I expected. I wanted to keep this video short and sweet because we are super close to New Year's Eve at this point, but I wanted to include some like fun party type nail polish, even though I'm like the antithesis of like a party type person. I will be with family, the in-laws, this New Year's Eve, which is usually what happens. Oh, hi. I don't want it to be viewed that you need this exact polish. So that being said, let's get right into the polish picks. I put them on a swatch wheel, but I did swatches of all the polishes. So we don't need that anyways, but I swatched all the polishes. I'm going to do it exactly like I do weekly manis. Now we have cat hair all over, but Amy is adorable, so we cannot deny her being in the video. So let's get right into this. I'm going to pick randomly, so let's get started. First pick I have is one that not everybody's going to like, but I really love it. I think it's a really underrated polish. This is OPI's Vampsterdam. I don't hear a lot of people mentioning this polish, but I think it's vampy and I think it's pretty, but it's not like super dark. It's got like a pretty edge to it. Amsterdam to me is like a deepened metallic plum, but it's got like, just don't freak out, it's got a tiny bit of frost to it, but not like in a gross frosty way, but in like a pretty like icy kind of way. You'll see it when I show you the swatch pictures. I really like it. Nobody ever talks about Vampsterdam, but honestly, I've loved it for so many years. So to me, it's just like a frosty kind of sugar plum color, and I don't really think of it as a Christmas polish, which is why I wanted to include it as a New Year's polish because it is so vampy, but I really just think the color purple is pretty for New Year's, so I wanted to include something deep and vampy, but that has a little bit of that like frosty prettiness to it, so that is OPI's Vampsterdam. She's still like rubbing all over me and there's fur flying everywhere. Next up, I have one that I probably would have never included years before. I mentioned recently that I got a couple of hollows, and I've been getting into hollows starting this year, but I wanted to include this one. I'm not picking my nose, it's still cat fur everywhere. This one is new to me. This is the better of the two silver hollows that I recently got, and it is so stinking pretty. This is Nails Ink, and I got this in a like duo set from Sephora, and this is Rocket Fuel. This is a stunning silver hollow. It is so pretty. I have to say this was not my fault for buying this. I actually saw this on Instagram, on Grape Fizz Nails Instagram. Her name is Anne, and I've always followed her blog. She's got like the most perfectly shaped square nails ever, and so basically I saw this on her nails and it was so beautiful and silver hollow and gorgeously rainbow-licious. I had to buy it, and so I did, and it is stunning. You do need 3 thin coats. I don't normally like put anything in my polish picks that requires more than 2 coats. This is worth it. It's stunning. It like kicked the other hollow's butt that I wore the other week. It's gorgeous. So that again is Nails Ink Rocket Fuel. You can't eat the bun. It was like several minutes later. So next up is a deep vampy option. I love this color in the winter. This color I had a hard time putting in New Year's Eve or winter. This one is like the deepest, darkest like version of Oxblood you could find, and this is OPI's I Sing in color. This was a limited edition color, but honestly, you could find like this deep dark Oxblood color in pretty much any brand you could find, and I just think it's stunning. It's like the deepest, like sexiest, like red wine color ever, and it just like, I don't know, it just looks so pretty and like glossy and deep and dark, and like, I don't know, it looks so like sexy on the nails. Make it into winter manis because it would have to put it, I would have to put it in somewhere because I wear this color every winter. It's just so gorgeous. So that is OPI's I Sing in color. Okay, next up we have kind of like a glitter bomb, but in the textured polish form. I wore this like probably a couple months ago at this point, but when I wore it, I was just like, that is stinking gorgeous. And I mentioned when I wore this, like it peeled off, like I had worn a peel off base coat, and I couldn't figure out why. I have since now figured out why. It was because I wore top coat as a base coat. That makes sense why it peeled off. I was like, I couldn't figure out why it had worn off. Like it just peeled off in sheets. It was because I put top coat under it, which makes sense now. But this is Zoya's Tilly. I had wanted to wear this and I just kept looking at it and thought like, this is very wintry. Why would you wear it in fall? But then I just wore it and thought, this has to go in some kind of polish picks. Like, I don't really care where it goes. It is stunning, and it really is. It's like an icy lavender. It is super cool toned. It's got like lavender and silver in it, but it's just stunning. And honestly, I don't like textured polishes, but this is gorgeous. It really is. And I think if you want to go for that like icy winter look and you're not into like deep dark nails, this is stunning for you. And so again, that is Zoya's Tilly. Next up, I have another Zoya. I feel like a lot of this is OPI or Zoya. This one I really like. This is Zoya's Sansa or Sansa. And this one has a lot of dupes out there. OPI's DS Mystery is also a dupe for this, but honestly, this formula really kicks OPI's butt when it comes to this. This one is like a deep plummy purple or like a royal purple, but it's got a ton of gold and shimmer, and the gold shimmer doesn't get lost in it. It ends up looking like really regal and almost like rich looking on the nails. I think this is a gorgeous option for New Year's. For me, I feel like New Year's, I always wear black. I don't know why, even though I don't wear black a lot like during like my normal life, but New Year's for me, I wear either like black or I wear like gold or silver. So I feel like polishes with like black or gold in them really work well because those aren't colors I normally wear. So I really wanted to pick polishes that had some kind of gold in them, and this just is really gorgeous. It really is. This whole collection that had these polishes with the gold glitter in them or like gold shimmer were really stunning. So this one, Zoya Sansa, is really, really good. Next up, I have two picks from the recent OPI holiday collection. This one is really, really gorgeous. I feel like this would be a good pick for winter as well. This one is good if you're like a blue or silver lover. You don't want to go to the warm side. You want to pick more cool tone polishes. So this one is OPI's Coalmates. This one I feel like is the better version of OPI's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which came in the James Bond collection. I have always been a huge fan of that polish. It leans a little bit more like pewter silver, but that one you have to build up in like 4 coats. This one only needs 2 coats. It's a little bit more blue leaning, but this one is just a gorgeous shimmery blue and silver polish. It's just really, really, really pretty. I've only worn it for that video, but I couldn't not mention this, especially if you really like cool tone polishes. It's really one of those like fail-safe polishes you can wear, and it's like shimmery and gorgeous on the nails. So that again is OPI's Coalmates. Next up is the other one I wanted to mention from the OPI Holiday Collection. I feel like this one probably doesn't get as much love as the other ones do from this collection, but I really like it. I always say that I like black polishes with a little bit of something in them, and I feel like for me this one kind of encompasses everything that I just mentioned about New Year's Eve, especially the things that I tend to wear on New Year's Eve. So this one is OPI's Top the Package with a Beau. This polish is like a black base. It's almost like a charcoal gray. It's not completely a black base, but it's like a very deepened gray, and it has bigger flecks of gold. It almost like has flecks of gold and kind of like a bronzy copper glitter in there. So it's almost like everything I wear in a manicure. So if there was a polish that I would wear, it's probably this one. And I feel like it's just everything that I wear in exactly a polish form. It's just like glitzy enough, but not over the top for New Year's Eve. It's a little bit on the subtler scale. Something that's like not too glitzy, not too like blingy if you're not into that. So that again is OPI's Top the Package with a Beau. Now we're going to go into something a little bit more subtle, and then my last two are like super bling-tastic options. This one is another subdued one, but it's really unique and really gorgeous, and I couldn't not mention it. This is Essie's Social-lights from the most recent like winter collection. This one is just such a unique polish, and I felt like I could not mention it. It's a gray base, but it's got a copper, red, gold shifty shimmer in it, and I feel like that's such a unique combination because the base is cool but the shimmer is warm, and I feel like companies don't do that a lot. It's such a gorgeous combination to have something both warm and cool that I think it's stunning, and I think it's such a unique polish. Like I said, there's some polishes in this video that if it didn't make it into New Year's Eve picks, it would have made it into winter picks, and this is one of those picks. It's got a great formula, so that again is Essie Social-lights. We're going to finish the video off with two kind of bling-tastical picks. I don't remember exactly what I had worn on previous New Year's Eves, but I do remember one thing I had worn. I didn't include it in this video because it's not exactly the easiest polish to find, but I remember that I have worn OPI's The Living Daylights, which is from the James Bond collection, the Skyfall collection. I have worn that polish. It's like a gold, silver, teal, and like copper glitter. I don't remember what I wore it over, but I have worn that polish. I believe I also have worn this next polish, but my next two are like very blingy New Year's Eve picks, but I wanted to pick them because they were both gorgeous polishes. The first one is from Essie, and I feel like nobody really talks about this polish, but it really is stunning. At least it is to me. And this is Essie's on a silver platter. I feel like this polish is just like, I can't even describe what it is. It's just so blingy and so like brilliant and almost like a crazy like gemstone on your nail. On a silver platter is really interesting because it can look silver in some lights and it can look gold in some lights. It just depends on where you're looking at it. In the bottle right now it looks gold, and the base is really interesting because it does have that shiftiness to it. It really just depends on the way you wear it. And I felt like when I first bought this, I was confused because I thought it was silver, but I kept wearing it and it looked gold. And I was like, this is gold, I don't want this. And I was mad because I couldn't figure out why it looked gold when I wanted it to be silver. But honestly, it does shift between silver. Whoa. I almost dropped it. It does shift between silver and gold. And it does have particles of these cobalt blue glitters in it, and some of them are holographic. I feel like this polish is just like blingy and gorgeous and stunning. I think, I don't know why, I just really like it, and I feel like nobody talks about it. Maybe it's just too over the top for some people or gaudy, but I feel like if any time is a good time to be gaudy. It's New Year's Eve, so I really wanted to include this because I really like it. So again, that is Essie's on a silver platter. Last up is a gorgeous polish, and I feel bad because pictures do not do this polish justice. I could never take a picture that looks like the gorgeousness of this polish. I still have not done a review on this winter collection, and I don't know if it's too late to do a review or if you guys still want to see a review on this collection. And the polish I'm talking about is Bubbly by 90 Lacquer. I did buy all 6 polishes in the winter collection, but like I said, I don't know if it's too late at this point because there is a Christmas polish in that collection. But I did wear this one, and honestly, it's like one of the prettiest holos I've ever seen, so I had to throw it in here because it is stunning. It is just like a gold holographic polish, and honestly, at this point, it is the top holographic polish in my collection. I have mentioned before that I don't even like gold polish. I wasn't planning on buying this one, but since they were discounted as a whole collection on Black Friday, I bought the set, the whole collection, and this is the one I picked to wear first, and I was blown away. Like, it's seriously so holographic and so blingy and gorgeous. It's stunning. I cannot take a picture that looks as good as this does in real life. I honestly can't. You just have to wear it to see how beautiful it is. And I know that's like a little bit disappointing, but I can't take, there's no sunlight right now. Like, it's already dark out and it is 4:17. So I can't, you know, take a sunlight picture. It's been like, there's been no sunlight for days, so I can't take a picture to emphasize how beautiful this is, but I had to include it because honestly it's absolutely stunning. It is my top holographic polish in my collection right now, so I had to include it. If you guys want to see a whole review on this collection, still let me know so I can get to working on it, but this is like bling-tastical and absolutely stunning. So that again is 90 Lacquer's Bubbly. Alright, so that is everything in my New Year's Eve polish picks video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you are wearing for New Year's Eve so I can decide what I'm wearing for New Year's Eve, because I honestly might wear one more Christmas polish because we are having pizza Christmas with our in-laws. Well, my in-laws, not Dave's in-laws. They're his parents, so they're not his in-laws, but I might wear one more Christmas polish, the one from the 90 collection, but I haven't decided yet because that would mean not wearing a New Year's Eve polish, but I haven't decided yet. So let me know what you guys are wearing in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys watching and commenting as always, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.